Alright, the battles for top 100 goes to another gear entirely. As you can see, I can have 40 entities being tracked all at once. And that means all I have to do is put them into different categories of speed, into 8 different categories, and double check that every single one is running as fast as they have to. Now, let's see, we have 60 days, right? We have 60 days, and you're at 2,000. But let's say you're at 2,400 because that's just 100 away from the goalpost where you're supposed to be safe. All right. So in one day you need 2 points, right? I mean, I'm not 2 points just in one day, but if you can't keep up with that demand, after like 10 days it needs 20 points, right? So then I can just double check of who is almost there to be eliminated. I'll probably poke the dead body and maybe they're gonna awaken or whatever. And 20 points is not a lot, but some people need 200 points, some people need 300, some people need to run faster than others. I think it caps out at 1,500 or something, some ridiculous amount, meaning that they would need not 2 points a day, but 25, which is significant. It's like half an hour of points. Holy shit. You gotta really be fast. And like everyone has to be that fast in a way and try and keep up with the demand. It's crazy. It's crazy. In just 60 days, that's all I'm giving them? Pretty much. I don't have much time left. Till December, right? Till I'm actually starting to make YouTube rewinds. Like, they have to be really fast. Alright, so let's summon all of these bad boys using the formula. I think that's it, right? Just the growth formula. So if I okay, I missed that one. Still missed it. Alright. So I'll populate these buttons now. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but I can just copy and paste, sort of. It's weird. It's definitely weird. So every 7 days I'll be eliminating, or every like 4 days maybe, because we have to intensify this whole, maybe every 3 videos. I don't even know, bro. Holy shit, I don't know. I'll just leave it up to whatever happens. Because we have like 15 days until the month is over and I have to switch to another layer of developments, so to speak. What? Shit. I have to lowercase as well. Wow. That's so annoying. I also need to summon the button anyways. Oh, so bad. To rearrange these. So Lele is like at 11. Then you have 12. I have to arrange them properly as well. I mean, speed is gonna determine most of this thing. Maybe I can bump it to like 90 days. It's not gonna It's not supposed to be that harsh. So the difference is like almost 1600. I think the categories are 200 points apart. So I'm gonna squeeze that in. This is 1400 category. I have 16, 18, and Dua Lipa would be even on top of that. Okay, 2 categories up. Let's keep going. Max. Over here. Alright, so this is how it looks like in the final formation. 2 different categories. Somehow I still had to split. Even though, in theory, it's supposed to fit everyone in. I literally don't understand. Why? The difference is 1500. And I still couldn't fit everyone in. This is 2500, 2400. Well, I mean, there's more here. 2300 is here, only 2. Then 2200. And then only 2100s. And it goes down and down. So the higher you are, let's determine now. Maybe for each chunk. How do we split them up? Because I need to know and apply a number for them that they need to keep up with. I guess that's how we're gonna split easily, right? There's 4 categories. This is kind of the split in there. I could do a split here, but it's not that relevant. This category is 20 points every day. Every goddamn day. That's how much they need. And so in order to split 15 days properly that are left for this month, I probably should check every 3 days, right? So I should check 5 times. I think that's fair. Let the battles begin. Let the race begins. I guess I will split like this, so everyone knows where the split is. Of 10, 5, 15, and 20. Technically, if you're in the middle, I guess you have wiggle room, but I'm just saying. These guys can sort of be in their own category, so they don't get in my way. Whatever. I'll be really upset if something happens, bro, and I have to redo this whole thing. I still haven't mastered, like, saving buttons yet. I need to, like, rework a lot of stuff for influence tracker, but first I have to do rewind, relax, start a new year, all that stuff, man. All right, so let the racing begins. I'll save Leah for now, and maybe Lily Pons, just because I need some dating right now. Desi. Yeah, these girls are somewhat safe for a while. I'm not gonna lie, but they need 60 points. So let's just give them that, I guess. Yeah. Again, I label Desi as, like, the sister. Because she's, like, the top tier of TikTok. And I'm, like, top tier of YouTube, almost. Or at least I feel like it, you know? But at the same time, I'm the bottom tier of YouTube. because that's where you start. Start from rock bottom, bro. Like, literally, people upload garbage content and they get 50 subscribers, 200 subscribers, sometimes 2,000. And I don't even know what the fuck is going on. And I can't even squeeze 200, bro, by uploading 1,000 audios. Something is up, you know? Something's fucking fishy. I get to see in real time how Instagram points actually get distributed. Because when Instagram gets influence, everyone gets influence. It's a different kind of platform. Even though at some point it's not even legal anymore. It's weird to gain stuff from Instagram like that. As you can see, Desi's gonna be safe for like 2 days. But I think... I didn't even sparkle her, dude. And I'll give her cake and stuff. Wait, I didn't put Hoxa in his category? What the fuck is wrong with me? Where is he, by the way? Over here, right? Shit. Here. Anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. It's in a music category. So it's completely different. Even though not really different. I'll just tackle it separately, I guess. Maybe I'll add categories later after a lot of people get eliminated or something. Hoxa can stay, I guess. Whatever. Now Desi's safe for 6 days. But that means nothing, bro. No, she's gonna be passing, I think. It's kind of the leader of the bottom. Not gonna lie. For now, I just do a roulette thing, and Poppy is the first one to pop out. That's, fancy. Maybe not a glitch, but, it's her turn, I guess. I need to do a playlist for her and stuff. Alright. Creating Sniper Wolf Mountains, bro. Holy shit.
Position.
Damn, it almost makes me fucking cry, bro. I'm trying to rearrange things a little bit. I found this as I'm cleaning her past, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? This is one song I like out of her dark era voicemail, but everything else I would probably not worry about. It hits hard, man. If I would cry, though, Poppy would just straight up win for a very long time. So if this... No, 15 days times that. So if you get 300 points in this category, you just transcend into God knows what, because, like, you have enough speed, basically. You know, like, counter-eliminated. You finished the race, or mini race of 15 days. I don't know, it's tough, because, like, you still have to, like, get there. But that's the second, you know, second thing. The finale is gonna be to actually push the people who are the best of the best to actually cross the border and stuff properly. But for now, we're just gonna see the speeds of people in different categories of, like, who who actually deserves to be paid attention to. So Poppy and Dizzy definitely should make it. Alright, I'll have enough of that until I watch MatPat Poppy. I need to refresh memory, bro. Hopefully it's not too dark.
I'm MatPat. I'm MatPat.
This definitely fucking...
I'm MatPat.
This fucking destroyed me, dude. This intro.
Page, I'mPoppy.com, and view the source code. Just take a look at what comes up at the top of the page. That, my friends, is the Eye of Providence with the subtitle.
Oh no, not the Illuminati, bro.
Distracted with consumerism, fashion, Monster Energy drink, Tide detergent, blissfully.
Also, I think his content is copyrighted, so I'm scared.
Ignorant of the real things that matter. The Illuminati's continued dominance over world power.
I mean, sure. But only if you want to be Illuminati. But then you're not distracted. If she is in Illuminati, then you're not distracted by... Come on, MatPat. Come on, dude. What the fuck? You're not... Okay, it's weird. It's definitely weird. Because she's more referencing not the Poppy, but the... everyone else in the reference, which is... we don't know. We have no idea. They work pretty hard. They can be in any secret society they want, bro. I don't care, bro. Because if you work hard, nothing really is a secret. That's the whole point. It's the weirdest thing. You can see everything. You can see the top of the pyramids, the clearest. But thanks for feeding Poppy, bro. Very nice. And now she's safe for 8 days.
And our friend Macadamia over here is...
Stop selling some special fucking nuts, bro. Holy shit, this is not... What the fuck? He said it's gonna be easy to get these snacks. My god, MatPat is just offbeat, bro. What is happening? Yeah, it's so annoying. But she's pretty cool. If you go back to the past. And that's kind of the idea with a lot of people, technically. And it sparkled. Which is unusual because it's too fast. Everything is too fast, man. Shit, foxes have a much better chance than Zeddy. I mean Zed. Ooh, this is interesting. Wow, what an interesting sleepover episode that never aired. With Jake Paul and stuff. And Gabby Hanna. Wow. I guess MatPat and Gabby just got some bonus points out of nowhere. Even though they're supposed to be leaders and not move. Stop moving.
They're just always really good foods. Like stuff like that. Like, oh, girls eat ice cream. It's like everyone eats ice cream.
Yeah,
everyone likes it.
Yeah, but not sexually, you know. That's kind of the whole point. Why don't it... Come on, Discord, what the fuck are you doing all of a sudden? Luckily, I don't need it that much.
Composite.
Fuck, Mark Passy is so boring. I don't know if I can, like, squeeze myself to watch this guy. Maybe in the background somehow, like... The top watched video is not boring, unfortunately. But that's about it. Those are the days, boys, where we're gonna eliminate the slowpokes.
That bot.
Shit, I'm gone. I was thrown back into the past, bro. I can't even call it my game. It's like actual going to the past moment. This ball game was like 8 years ago, and I'm still like, you know, I still enjoy it so much just watching it because it was pretty detailed at the later stages.
So yeah, that'll be it. And how do I stop this recording?
Yeah, my favorite part of the video. How do I stop this recording? Please. I didn't even did enough takes to know how to stop the recording. Can you imagine? The lighting glitch is like it does look ugly, but the whole idea is pretty fucking sweet. And it's actually one of those games that I also want to recreate, and even might be even more interesting than a card game. Cause yeah, great. Like this is gonna be super cool if you want to chill. But if you want some fucking action, I'm not gonna make a shooter, but I can definitely make a ball game that can bounce around in different ways for a time limit. But not really a time limit, it's more like, well, we're gonna get there. It's a cool idea. It's just, we're gonna do a two-dimensional version of this. Because it should still work, and it's like a simplified version, right? And if I really care about it, it's gonna be 3 dimensions eventually. No big deal. But first I have to, simplify, execute, perfect, and then level up to whatever, in whatever way I actually like. Because in 3 dimensions, it gets a little bit weird, but I still like the idea of like running around anywhere. It's so cool. Just looking at this like landscape is just, ugh. I want to be there running around with a ball, dude. I guess, no stall, you know. How do I shorten nostalgia, dude? I would use nostalgia. What the fuck is this? Why did they use 8? Yes, I'm asking ChatGPT to give me ideas. I like this variation. Alright, like it's magic. Logic. I like this. Logic, bro. Nostalgic, but wow. That's so cool. I'll take that. Ah, the nostalgia, bro. Yeah, I love this, man. This is so cool. Alright, let's continue. What should we do? Should we do fucking Trackmania plus Eric Dubé? It's kind of like a meal. The table of meals, and whoever is not getting eaten is getting yeeted. Get that scradoodle out of here. I mean, if I was making videos like that, then I would understand why people would think I went crazy, bro. But only now. Like I was exploring different things, you must understand. And from a programmer's perspective, exploring different things looks a little bit weird. And a little bit lazy, because like I have to like actually like vlog myself. And my thoughts are always important almost. And it's like it's very difficult because I will try to open my mouth without thinking. It's just weird. It's just weird sort of a position to be in. From programming like this to move into different styles of content to entertain myself most importantly, because that's where I started, understand like the basics of entertainment through games, and then to actually entertain myself 24/7 by doing things and stuff, but not necessarily trying to entertain anyone else, because that's just kind of boring and very abusive, I would say. Even if something goes viral, like it's just hard to even get that thing out, to make your game somewhat relevant. It's just messy. I also have to establish like an easy access of how to find these videos and stuff, what I want to watch with every different creator. I will just bounce around like a ball, and whatever happens, happens. At this point, it's a little bit random, but I still feel like, it's attached to my feelings, so it should work out. Yeah, so I can touch these ones, and these ones more rare. I don't have to, like, toy with this stuff, because they don't need that many points. So they're not gonna get eliminated if they don't get like 30 points or 15 points. That's like joke numbers. But they are gonna get eliminated if they need 30? I don't know, man. Wait, 30, 60... maybe like 50 points difference, then it's a question. Wow, this time I was able to get those brain dead commons, bro. What are you talking about? This one's new. Yeah. I know where you live. Yeah, great. Great, you clicked a few buttons. Wait, this is a light bulb. I just recreated... That's annoying, man. You got into my head. This is the scariest one, to be honest. I was literally like, okay, how do I reply to okay? I'm just like... But in the corner of your mind, you're looking into here, and you're like, oh shit. But it's kind of cool, right? It's like the coolest reply, but at the same time, it's scariest. Funny. I hate that people have identities on YouTube and their identities are just garbage. To be fucking cancer. It's like ghosts or something. They're not invasive though, because they know they're gonna get blocked. And I'll feel good about it. So they gotta play it safe or something. It's just some weird shit. Some weird self-esteem shit. I should block this guy, because, like, he's wasting my real estate. I can't even, like... How do I even close this, right? But at the same time, I want the reply to be left. So it's a little bit more complicated. I really want to type in one cool comment. I want to say hello to 10-year-olds. It depends on how old these accounts are. This is a very old account. 2013, bro. The creepiest was the newest account, because of course you would get banned from YouTube, I would imagine, even. For just doing stuff like this, or you just mentally ban yourself from YouTube. Yeah, I wanted to say, like, hey, 10-year-olds, one day you'll grow up and be able to watch Sniper Wolf's content. One day, you know. But yeah, this is harassment, right? Like, if you are intentionally trying to make people uncomfortable in your community, fucking acts like that is straight up harassment now. Like, it's piling up. I understand that people are fucking garbage, but it gives off a hint of, like, people watched you and now they acting like this. Is just weird. Or you attracted that kind of person. It's weird. I'm not gonna say anything, but a reputation is going down and not up, and people don't give a fuck, right? People just, like, they just want me to disappear. They just want me to just, you know, not be impactful to the platform in any way. That's their dream. But your dream is, you know, pretty hostile to my dream. I wonder what's gonna happen. You know, we're probably gonna bump into each other a little bit and have a little bit of an exchange. Yeah, what you're talking about is non-existence of brain cells of like bleh, bleh. And, and then of course the creepy and the non-existence of anything. Okay is the non-existence literally of anything. He didn't said anything. Just like he existed himself basically, but just because you existed doesn't like you can be shit out. Like you doesn't mean you've proven that you even have a soul. You know, I would be scared surrounded by these people. I'm just like surprised that there's like social activity going on in general when people act like this. Like this is insane, right? That there's no people like really just questioning reality anymore. Because I am. It's very tough. But sometimes like 1 out of like 20 people are kind of normal. But it's actually kind of rare. Maybe 1 out of 10. 90% of people act like this. It's pretty insane. It was hard enough to squeeze out a response from people. Hard enough. Like, I am definitely being disrespected in the way... Like, it's almost like everything is respectful all over the internet because you're not gonna get hurt like 100% of the time. But to be able to squeeze people's attention, to squeeze their eyeballs to actually like, you know, care is very difficult. So I guess they can only throw you negative care. Fair enough. And a bunch of more dislikes, I imagine. That I got dry dislikes as well? Well, no. Not dry dislikes. But pretty much. You know. Pretty much. Does that one like actually fucking count? Yeah, I don't think so. This is the vibe, like just apocalyptic vibes of just idiots not knowing how to fucking even treat drama anymore. It's like, wait, how am I the problem? How is taking aside a problem in drama, right? We're just trying to equalize the battlefield and get a fair outcome. But if you don't like fair outcomes, you just go to jail and find a fair life for yourself. Because you're not looking in proper ways, basically. For like benefit to yourself. You pick a side which you think you're gonna win just genuinely. But if people just dislike me, like I don't even have to pick a side. I just win by being under Sniper Wolf's wing and supporting her. And people just can call me simp and they just can twist reality without any fucking like it's apocalyptic vibes because we're seeing people just do unreasonable things that make no fucking sense without any ability for me to, you know, bounce them off properly and like definitely punish them. Same happening in Hearthstone, like everyone is gonna play the best deck, but there's no reason to play the best deck. There's no reason. There's no reason to win. There's no reason to climb stairs. You're gonna go to the highest building, you climb up stairs, and it's like, oh wow, you did that. Except it costs you all of these people that you crossed over while climbing upstairs. They now potentially hate you, basically. Luckily, you're fucking anonymous on Hearthstone, and no one is tracking your history of how you play your card games. You know, you're very fucking lucky. Like, most people are very lucky. Their data is not being tracked to some ridiculous degree, but maybe that has to change at this point. The only way we're gonna fucking improve this platform is if we improve from the bottom up, you know, because I've wasted 5 minutes exploring this garbage basically. 4 comments? What happened? Did someone's comment got deleted? Because that's weird. Everything says it comes from this video. Let me double check. Yeah, it doesn't say. It filters out this type of comment. So you actually wouldn't even be able to see it as a normal YouTuber, I would imagine. But I can see it, you know. And I'm okay with that. Because it just gives me credit. This is kind of like a slightly more educational vibe. You just get in tune. There should be, you know, some more graphics to go along with it, some better titles, not just like topics or whatever. Introduce the guest, like he's not being professional here. It's a little bit, I criticize him for that, but the contents are not too bad. Let's see it. All right, let's give it one more shot. I mean, if you can attract a woman, that's pretty something. And with Trackmania, boys.
Around where now you don't prescribe, you went from prescribing pharmaceuticals to not believing in them at all.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, or if I understand right, you've also gone from believing, say, in DSM diagnoses to not really even believing in mental illness per se.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Good
would
research, yes.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's not a transition, it's just more of an awakening process of like, how do you know, how do you know that pills work and that a person is mental? How do you fucking know, bro? How can you track this sort of fucking information? It's impossible. Oh, because Trackmania! People are maniacs, so they can track everything. Oh my god. That is like the coolest glitch I've ever seen. This is a glitch and it's the coolest one. Trackmania, bro. It's so stupid. Wow.
late too, and
You know, Eric DeBay said he's gonna hit top 50, which is impossible, but this is not bad effort in order to, you know, retain his position. He just doesn't know what he's messing with, because you don't go up and up. In this case, you're in a tight race.
That resulting consequences.
Yeah, I mean, a woman shows up and she's talking about sexual stuff immediately. And personalities as well. They're interesting, even though I can probably simplify this. Especially now, like, how do we get here? Now that we shame people, like, for me, from my personal taste, I'll just open a new... Actually, I can't. I have to do this. Wow. Wow, okay. Fascinating stuff. Takes so long to get the fucking black screen, bro. It's insane. But yeah. We just go up and down, and eventually we have this breaking point where all these lost values, they are now basically present. And the world seems very different. But it seems different because this is like a more extroverted world and this is a more introverted world. And they both have problems, unfortunately. I'm a little bit too introverted, but like, we didn't even had an introvert top YouTuber, by the way. We didn't had one of those. I basically tick all the boxes. I'm a little bit too lucky. Earth, introverts. I tick 2 boxes. And I literally know how to do my job and all that shit, how to get up there. What is keeping me, you know, like I have to blame myself a little bit. There has to be something keeping me, you know, under well, stuttering is one of those things, I'm not gonna lie. Not allowing myself to take a breath. Like, I have to observe and improve myself constantly. There's definitely things that are keeping me really easy to be rejected, right? Because, like, most people, they have this fucking flashy presentation of themselves, but it pisses me off. Of like, this is not correct. But at the same time, it's correct because this is extrovert way of presenting yourself. Even if it's like negative, it doesn't even matter. The only thing that matters is just presentation, spectacular presentation. So I do feel empowered to actually show up in multiple places. If I'm an introvert, at least I have to be an introvert in a spectacular way, right? And I have to balance this act. Very interesting stuff. Because this is what's trendy right now. And this is what kind of behavior is trendy. So yeah, I have to like wrap everything around my crafted personality and all the things that I have. I have to stun people and go smoothly. Like, it is kind of like navigation of these Trackmania fucking tracks, bro. It gets pretty trippy in here. Even though this game could be still a lot better. Because it's too straightforward. It is gonna be a lot of more exploration for me to be able to find success. And it's the biggest trap to like wait for your success moment. You can't wait. You have to like exhaust yourself as much as possible. So yeah, there's a lot of questions, but this era is coming to an end, and I will only explore it when I climb the ladder instead of falling from it, you know. People have already learned many things from the extrovert way of life, and they will come to my territory and they will have to learn from introvert way of life, and if they do terrible job, then I'm just simply a better person, you know, at least for this period. And whoever, like, everyone is going to be challenged in this case. Like, this is just a roller coaster ride. It's pretty simple to me to look at, and it just never really changes. This wave of existence in life, it's kind of fascinating. So I can simplify things using the matrices that you can find by thinking about stuff and feeling patterns. Well, women have to think about sex all the time, I guess. And relationships, yeah.
You
It is quite interesting though, this full cycle. Now that I have so much courage, I'm so far ahead of everyone. I could also like go back in time if I want to. I mean, I'm not bound by these rules, by the way, because I get to experience anything I want from just bouncing around whenever I want a crazy experience. Otherwise, I just stay in tune with the extreme levels. That's how dead people, you know, try to cope with things. It's just weird, right? Why would you need extremes? Well, you need extremes to train yourself sometimes as well, to become a better person. But if I'm left for dead, then I just gonna take a lot of things from humanity as I, you know, slowly fade away. And I fade away not before I die. I fade away when my powers start fading away. And people will start realizing what they're losing by allowing me to suffer, basically. Right now, suffering is sort of like, you know, just feeds my extremes. It's not anything special, right? Just people leaking out and bouncing off the extreme veils of reality. Like, I've experienced most of the stuff, and I know all the comebacks necessary to mitigate any damage that people could cause me, if that's even possible anymore, right? Like, for the longer you stay in the shadows, the longer you stay unexplored, like, you expect people to never actually be able to even break through without violent terms, without breaking the extremes, right? Because that's the only way. The skull emoji, baby. I will stop drawing skull emoji the same way. I think it should be like this. I don't know. It's weird.
Or
Eric the Bay was like trying to say LGBT, whatever. LGBTQ, my friends. But it is one of those weird things where, like, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. If it's not crafted properly, if it has flaws, you have to stay away and find something else. That's another extroversion strategy of, you have to find flawless things, like actually really good things, or really bad things, but you give the bad things to other people. It's a weird strategy, but you know, wind people do that. So you have to find flawless things, but you can try. You can put your inputs and see if you can make something flawless. If your needs are different than you thought they are, because trying to have fun in a game could be very different things, and then you try to match your needs with the quality of the game. It's not a straightforward skill to have, but that's the, again, extroversion thing of, like, what things you like. You have to, the world is open for you, and what things you like. However, we're just literally closing that. It's gonna be decided what we like. In fact, I'm gonna be one of the perpetrators of this thing, because I'm doing YouTube Rewind, and there's a lot of force involved in there, because it's literally just gonna solidify just everything, at least in my life. But I feel like I'm resonating with a lot of people here when I'm doing this, because I'm just completely unbiased. I'm just a floaty point in space, disconnected from society. I can, without bias, figure out what I like the most. What is the most liberating and empowering force that I can find across the internet as a whole. Like, there's no boundaries for me. There's no one telling me what to do at all. No one even recommended me anything. So I'm just floating around boundlessly. It's insane. There's a little bit of hint of, randomness, but, like, that's very much important. So when I hear LGBTQ, which I can't even fucking type properly without a G. Honestly, you don't deserve a G, but if it doesn't work in this state, if the name doesn't work, it's not that deep. All right? It's just not that deep. Then you start triangulating if this flaw reoccurs 3 times, and then you realize that's your exit portal, and you just move away from that position, and you call it bullshit for the rest of your life, basically, unless you fix the fucking triangle thing. Unless you really want to fix this thing somehow. But just like Hearthstone is not going to be recreated that easily, it's just not easy to fix something like this, to create a new movement and replace it with the old one. Like, it's just not easy. So finding flaws in things, you sometimes, again, jump in and just, you want to experience how flawed the whole thing is. It's, if you truly need entertainment and you can't find people, it's cool to just join in on a toxic community. There's all sorts of strategies of personalities, and these are highlighted by the people that I follow. Right, the top 100 give off different vibes of like how you can operate in life and what is actually still successful because I cared about it so much, and I look up to these people. So yeah.
So it's been pathologized. Certain masculine traits, toxic masculinity, have been labeled as negative, but
I mean, it's a deep topic of what is a toxic masculinity, and I'm not gonna fucking support Eric Dubé if he doesn't get up there, because he's still making a podcast. You must understand, podcast, as cool as it is, eventually it's gonna run out of juice. And you might not even give me enough substance, so you're gonna get replaced. But this, so far, it's pretty good, I guess. I do need to couple it with a good game, though. And that's a tough one, I'm not gonna lie.
Nature.
I'll explain in very quick terms what toxic masculinity is. Yes, you are a powerful male, but your benefit to society is negative. And you can only attract like somewhat destructive personalities to your life. Like, you're not gonna get anything good out of society if you're not helping society properly. Even I myself, I have trouble like being an introvert. Like, you can fall into a pitfall of like, I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want to interact with anyone. But like, I don't know where to start. I think I have a pretty good excuse. I don't even know where to start, to be honest, because it doesn't feel like anyone wants to talk to me either, right? I'm not gonna force conversations. So for personally, I feel safe, and until we breach into introvert territory, I don't really have many legal moves when it comes to like trying to help society or whatever. Even like trying to explain things somehow just slip through my hands. It's a miracle that I have subscribers, bro. Like, this, it is what it is. Maybe people have seen something on the screen of like, oh my god, he put a triangle and that means Illuminati. That's it, bro. But in general, I wasn't able to even have friends, so I have plenty of excuses of like, I can be as introverted as I want, and it's definitely a resource. The moment people actually care about you, you have to show care back properly. And this way I will just learn ability to talk. Like, I'm capable of responding to people, but the conversation has to be slowed down, and opinions have to be properly picked of whatever is applicable. But if you truly want to express yourself, I mean, go right ahead. Again, extroverts, whoever literally can't control themselves, they're in front of the line, because just go pee, you know, go pee. We're trying to like calm down right now, even though like bad things are happening right now. We're trying to take a calm approach to those things, because they sort of fade away eventually. The war with Russia and the pandemic just kind of faded away. So it's quite fascinating stuff.
Awaken to, a true Earth cosmology and is
Yeah, so why are people hostile against like flat Earth idea, right? And it's just like small ideas like that, but people are hostile to it because that's how they defeat ideas. With that sort of hostility, it helps them, defeat the idea of opposing idea. But it's like, usually just people try to use disrespect, try to like negate your existence. They use all sorts of psychological tricks that work to some extent, and if they work, it's like, oh well, your idea is pretty fucking dumb. So people throw their shit, at you. You just get to observe that. It's not necessarily something that you should be offended about, but if you're trying to have a conversation like I do, like I will poke the bubbles immediately. I don't care. I'm pretty greedy, so you can't just get away shitting in my basement, bro, and not be and be untouched for attacking like genuinely important ideas, like genuinely. And everyone laughed at flat earthers. That's something that also has to like flip around one way or the other. But perhaps we have to do it in spectacular manner. We have to like cluster everything together, and it's just supposed to somewhat happen naturally, anyways. So we'll see just what happens. I just sit back and just do my work. As long as I'm doing work and I am fully engaged with how I spend my time, like I'm not worried too much. Yeah, I try to play Puzzle Quest, but like, Jesus Christ, it's so stupid. So stupid now. I think Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest is like more in tune. I don't want to see like uncontrollable numbers. Like in MMOs, they just have like fucking thousands of health or creatures. Like, what the fuck, right? But it's so like, why? What is the point of this? I understand like 120 health or something. No, just add another 0 in there. It's a puzzle fucking game. It's not a fucking MMO. But every single phone game does that because it's, you know, it's just a way to go. And no one even questions that. It's so stupid. Well, with Trackmania, I would have to like improve upon my time. It gets boring eventually because it's just doing the same thing over and over again with the same exact strategy. Except sometimes the tracks are so fucking bizarre that it just pisses you off, I guess. Like, it's not really that interesting. You're not gonna discover anything. Just maybe you're gonna master one fucking corner or something. So I'm not feeling entertained with the games, unfortunately. There's the Borderlands we will try. Yeah, I mean, you improve Eric the Bay interviews and all of a sudden it's insane, bro. It's better videos than I do. And that says a lot. When you just talk, you just talk about a lot of different things. I mean, when you can bounce ideas around and it's very intense, like, of course you're gonna perform a little bit better. But I have a pause button, so I feel also very powerful. I don't know. I definitely want to pass this guy somehow. So far it looks just super clean. No one is like slacking, so to speak. Maybe Trackmania is a little bit down, and Puzzle Quest, like, I don't want to play games. I'll just deal with my own game. I'm reorganizing everything and stuff. So that's the first round. However, I also have to touch everyone. I've kind of touched like 1/3 of people, and I wasted a lot of time on the video. I'm still not switching to the new video, so I'll still have to finish this. But also, like, I'll be making other videos and stuff. And I'm gonna do this stuff in the background as well. It's just a good, slow introduction. I know it's very slow. And I'm very, like, out of breath in a way. Because I have to just juggle a lot of things here. What should be my last snack? Either one of these TV shows, because I know what I want, bro. And it's always sexual, bro. It's always. It's almost like people doing all the right things, but they don't know why anymore. And it's rightfully so. Like, we lost spiritual connections in general. We lost social connections. We just did whatever we wanted, but we have to come back to the source and, you know, replenish our resources to be able to do whatever we want. And then, now we'll have to, like, do some pretty nasty things and solve pretty nasty problems. We're gonna live under pressure, but it's gonna solidify, you know, all the unnecessary things are gonna be removed from society. This is very nice. Meditative process. Just discussing this kind of matrix and stuff like that. Anything that, you know, is like a missing piece in people's puzzles, I get to, you know, intervene a little bit. I like that. Yeah, the most general dynamic is extroverts don't care what other people want, and introverts don't worry too much of what they want, because they think they can't achieve that. They can't just go outside and just do whatever. Right? Nobody really can, but just they feel like they out of moves in terms of like interacting with things. Alright. Just again, I guess I'll talk about it next episode if something comes up. See you guys then.